Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Buddha of Destiny Namaste's channel. What I'm doing basically is the reading on the Akashic records. This phone weighs a lot, so it keeps making the what do you call it? It keeps making it like go low. Alright, I zoomed in. Zoom a little. Oh. Alright, so that's what I'm reading. I hope y'all can see it. It is Linda how to read the Akashic records, accessing the soul, the archive of the soul and its journey, and basically your purpose here on earth, and the reason why. And it's very important to remember your higher self. If you want to connect with your higher self, you don't need to like ask anybody or do any stupid like tarot cards. You just gotta like do the meditation I showed you guys previously. Hey, what's up, William, the all-knowing cook, Frozen Heart, Little Felon, Trending Live TV, thank you so much for coming. Basically, I read all the acknowledgements and everything, and I am now on chapter 5. We were reading energy healing in the Akashic records. Okay, so let me start over here. I'll read this paragraph for you guys. Whenever you access the Akashic records and the energy of the Akasha meets your human energy and causes a kind of initiation, as the light of the Akasha, which is extremely fast and refined yet indestructible, meets your slower, heavier human energy. When this happens, the lighter energies join together to create a faster vibration, and the heavier, denser energies associated with the negative emotions and repetitive thought patterns fall away and are absorbed by the Earth's energy field. There, they are transmuted into energy patterns that are more useful on the physical plane. Now, right there, that basically means to ground yourself. Whenever you feel anger, hey, what's up? Swoop like me, swoopy swoop. What's up? That means basically, when you feel upset, when you feel anger, or something bothering you, go outside, sit down, get a cup of coffee, or just go out barefooted and walk in the grass. That's grounding. So merely by being in the records, you receive an energetic tune-up that helps you refine and elevate your own energy and serve your clients more effectively. As I mentioned when explaining the pathway prayer, the The interface of the Akasha and human energy begins about 18 inches above the crown, or at your 8th chakra. At the point, the Akashic energy flows through the hollow tube or pillar of light, through which the Akashic energy moves into your infinite interior dimension. The dimension connects you to the universe. Through the person you are in this lifetime, in this dimension, you can find your current emotional makeup, the structure and patterns of your mind, the resources of your will, your dreams, your soul, your relationship with the divine, and all other parts of yourself that you know to be true but cannot see with your physical eyes. That's true. I experienced that. Whether your heavier, denser energies accelerate or fall away, they are always used for good in other situations. No energy, whether identified as positive or negative, is ever lost or wasted. every atomic point of light and useful in its right place, and the light of the Akasha facilitates the distribution of energy to its right place in the universe. For us humans, this experience usually registers as emotional or mental shifts. During emotional shifts, the denser, slower energies expressed as sadness, fear, despair, resentment, anger, and frustration are transmuted to higher, quicker energies expressed as happiness, contentment, freedom, and joy. By being present in the records, even if you're reading for someone else, you can experience such a shift. So if you were sad or uncertain about something, before you open the records, you may find that after reading you suddenly have clarity and hope. And if you were confused about impending decision, you might suddenly know what to do. So far, I've been addressing. Let me see. Hey, what's up, Eugene? Bliss the road to happiness. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate it truly. Alright, so let's see. So far, I've been addressing your practitioner preparation as it occurs through the Akashic records. There's another kind of preparation, however, that involves your active and deliberate participation. Doing effective work. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Please type Buddha to drop your link. Please leave a comment. Drop your link so I can pull it up on an extra tab, and then that way I can connect with you. So far, I've been addressing. If I'm not already connected, I think I'm connected to you. I don't know. So far, I've been addressing your practitioner preparation as it occurs through the Akashic records. There's another kind of preparation, however, that involves your active and deliberate participation. Doing effective work in the records and becoming best reader, you can be requires taking responsibility for who you are, where you are in life, and how you are dealing with life you are living. The more you take responsibility to resolve your personal issues and clear them from your mind and body, the more space you make within yourself to accommodate more light and health. Just to be clear, taking responsibility for yourself should not be confused with taking the blame for others' beliefs and actions. You are responsible for yourself and for doing the best you can do. So, in the context, taking responsibility means accepting your life without blaming and understanding that everything has a divine purpose, even if it's not always obvious. Acceptance in this way is neither a sign or a recognition nor defeat, hardly instead, it means arriving at a place of peace and being able to say to yourself, "This is who I am, and this is my life. I'll change whatever I can, and I'll release what I cannot change. Either way, I'm doing my best. And by doing my best as an individual, I'm contributing to the highest good of all. I no longer need to look to any other person to make things better for me. I accept responsibility for my life, and I'll make choices for myself, and I'll enjoy the results of the choices while I am here on earth." I agree. Okay, by Paul, working in the Akashic records has not only changed my life for the better, it has literally saved my life. Today I'm happy, free, with the understanding of who I am and why I'm here. I will be forever grateful for the masters, teachers, and loved ones, and for the energy of the records themselves. That's very true. Okay, getting to a place of peace and personal responsibility will require you to look within to find those patterns of thinking, feeling, and behaving that have been causing you pain Fortunately, you have records to help you with this process. With the guidance of your masters, teachers, and loved ones, you can safely examine who you are and be honest about the areas that need work. You can begin to make changes in your life that support your new spiritual direction. Open, allow you to live from a place to compassion and grace. As you discover while working in the records, the way to experience the greatest relief, freedom, joy, and peace is to remove your attention from others and what they have or have not done, and instead you examine yourself. As you ask yourself, how have I responded? What is my part in this situation? Why am I stopping myself in this situation? Why am I stopping myself being kind and loving? You will begin to discover ways to heal yourself. The process of self discovery and heal is ongoing. It's a school that meets all year round, and as the life goes on, the ebb and flow, there will be times you feel peaceful and happy and free. Other times you will become stuck in old ideas and behaviors and feel like. And then this is by another student, Homa. Through my work and the records, I have gotten to know myself. Life is filled with meaning and purpose and clarity, and yet it is wondrous and mysterious. The sense of aloofness and essentialness pressure that had dominated my life is lifting through my work and the records. I have become much more capable of accepting people as they are and don't feel it is my job to fix them. My sense of judgment, which was a wall between me and others, has relaxed. It is still there, but rather than it being aggressive and critical, the energy is accepting and kind. You're barely making progress. Hey, Tita! Okay, oh, I'm so sorry to wake you up. Shit. Music Corner, what's up? Tita, thank you so much for being here in the background. I appreciate it. Please get rest. You're barely making progress. Such times are inevitable for all human beings. Just find a quiet place and open your records. Your masters, teachers, and loved ones will be happy to lend support and help you restore harmony and balance. Okay, let me explain something. Your loved ones? Who do you think your loved ones are? Can anyone tell me that in the chat? Who do you think your loved ones are? Who do you think the master, teachers, and loved ones are? Because a lot of people got like a lot of like different understandings, and I just want to make sure everyone's on the right page. Well, I guess y'all in the big G. Check it. Your loved ones are people who passed away and that know you and loved you all your life. Your grandma, your grandpa, your parents, your sisters, brothers, your loved ones, your teachers who taught you throughout your whole entire life, even including your parents, your aunts, your uncles, tias, tios, abuelos, abuelitas, cousins, primas, primos, masters. It could be God, whatever the high one is the higher one, the source, all the names. Okay, so loved ones will be happy to lend support and help you restore harmony and balance. At times, this work can seem overwhelming, yet it's a necessary part of being a responsible Akashic reader. As you continue on this path of personal responsibility, you will grow in understanding and love for yourself and others. This, these qualities will shine through you, making you a beacon of light and healing for everyone you encounter. Your skill and success as an Akashic practitioner will depend on your relationship with yourself, your healing process, and your willingness to be led by the forces of light. As you do these things, you will naturally realize your potential to radiate love and good will into your world and to assist others with understanding, kindness, and power through your Akashic records readings. As you move more deeply into energy healing in the records, you'll discover that your level of personal preparation will determine your ability to get out of the way so that excuse me so that healing can occur most effectively for your clients. You'll also discover that now your knowledge and understanding of the process itself will facilitate your client's healing. There are several reasons for this. Doing your own energy healing work in the records gives you first-hand knowledge of how the process works. As you become more familiar with 3 levels of energy healing, which we'll discuss shortly, you will recognize more quickly the energetic shift that occurs at each level. Then your ability. Hey, what's up, Big T 60? Major love, shout out. Yes, and one that's new, like loved ones. Yeah, you're correct. Then your ability to recognize these shifts, your own readings, will help you recognize them in your client's readings. Consequently, you'll be able to help your clients more easily accommodate the accelerated of the light and more deeply anchor its healing vibration. Hey, Someone's Kitchen, happy Friday, my friend. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. I hope you're doing good, staying safe, staying blessed, and having a wonderful Friday with your family. And I hope you have a blessed and wonderful weekend to everybody in the chat also. Doing your own energy healing work and the records helps you learn to trust the process, which helps you get out of your own way. Remember the part of the opening prayer that says, "Protect me from all forms of self-centeredness and direct my attention to the work at hand." If you have faith in the process and your ability to apply it, you'll be able to hold steady in the light and keep focused on your client without being distracted by unnecessary worries or fears. Speaking of getting out of your own way, doing your own energy healing work in the record is the quickest way to develop clear altitude of consciousness. A well-developed altitude of consciousness helps you free yourself of your own dust, which frees you of judgments, attitudes, and reactions, both in and out of the records. Allowing your personal feelings to surface during a reading obstructs the flow of light and blocks your ability to recognize the soul level truth about a person or a situation. However, when you've cleared away your when you've cleared away your own judgments and the truth about yourself, it is much easier to recognize the truth about another. So rather than judge a person from your human perspective and consciousness, you are able to say to yourself, Because I know the soul's divine nature as I know my own, I know this person's goodness and wholeness are there. I will follow the light until I see this soul's true essence and can help him or her see it too. In a way, this process is like digging for gold. When you're certain it's there, you keep rigging, you keep digging because you know that the deeper you go, the closer you are to striking it rich. But if you're working with faulty equipment, the process becomes a lot difficult, if not impossible at times. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Like truly, sir. I appreciate it, Sylvan. Let's sum things up thus far. Your role as an Akashic reader practitioner. Everybody, please go check out Sylvan. He's very supportive. He does excellent meals. Step by step, he shows you. He cooks on the lives with you. Sylvan, type Buddha if you can. I know you're at work. All right, so uh, okay. Excuse me for yawning. I've been up since 1:30 in the morning, so I'm very sorry. Um, let's sum things up this far. Your role as an Akashic reader practitioner is to use the energy and information of the records to recognize the soul level truth of your own essence as well as each client's essence. Then, as you give a reading, that soul level recognition will elevate and shift your client's energy and perspective so that he or she can recognize the truth. Two, and then healing can occur. That is both your role and your goal. Unfortunately, however, it may not be the conscious goal of the client for whom you are reading, though at some basic level all souls desire to experience their wholeness and oneness with all of the creation. Not all humans who come to you for a reading are consciously aware of this. In other words, they aren't feeling the love right then for themselves or for others. So if you're doing a reading for Joe, for example, and been telling him lovely he is, right? But telling him how lovely he is because that is his true essence as revealed by his masters, teachers, and loved ones. He may find what you're saying is disconcerting, that his first instinct will be to reject it, an instant and insist that it's not true. Especially he has come for guidance about mistake. She perceives he has made his thoughts about himself in the moment will be anything but positive and kind. So the Akashic information that you're sharing with Joe will not match what he knows about himself, and energetically he will unable to receive it. Gonna do that. Hold on. I forgot to put subscribe mode. Give me a minute, man. Give me a minute, guys. I'm sorry. I had these trolls coming in. Training. Where do I go? Cause I'm here, but I'm in YouTube Studio. Let me see. Oh, I gotta go to my content, huh? Let me see. Live. Edit. And she told me to scroll down to participants. I don't see it. Mm, I know it's somewhere. I don't know where's that. Customization. Here we go. Subscribers. Yo, how about y'all just like leave me the hell alone? I'm gonna be like 14 days, yo. Shush. I'm gonna put slow mo on the chat. Not that slow. It'll be like 25 seconds. Alright, it's saved. Let me see if it turned on. Not turning on, you guys. Very sorry for the interruption by these people that have no life, nothing better to do. I'm trying to play this. Hold on. Trying to play my own live and see the chat. Trini laughing at me. So funny, Trini. You forgot to remind me. Alright, where was I? What do you do in this situation? First of all, remain unflappable. It's okay. Joe's okay, you're okay. Recognize the truth beyond Joe's reaction and don't let it throw you out of the light and into your own thoughts, fears, and judgments. Instead, just hold steady for a moment. Take a deep breath, take a sip of water, and or say that silent part of the prayer to yourself again. Help me to know Joseph Allen Woodside in the light of the Akashic Records, to see Joseph Allen Woodside through the eyes of the Lords of the Records, and enable me to share the wisdom, compassion that the masters, teachers, and loved ones of Joseph Allen Woodside have for me. Or you can shorten that prayer to help me. The trust that Joe matters, teachers and loved ones will keep on centered in the life so that you can receive their guidance. To such a moment extremely, it's important to understand that this may be the first time in quite a while that Joe has heard good things about himself, and the mismatch and perceptions may be so drawing that he is neither willing nor able to accept what is true. And on one level, you may feel that you're messing with his uncomfortable and familiar picture of himself. It's as if he's looking in the mirror and accepting to see what he always sees about the image. You're reflecting back to him is so alien, he finds it downright scary. Or another level, Joe may sense that you equipped with the laser-like light of the Akasha and poking holes in illustrator fake it. He's constructed in order to rationalize his unwillingness to understand, forgive, change, and he is. Let's see, but he is here for a reading, isn't he? In spite of all of human Joe's kicking and screaming, the internal soul, currently known as Joseph Allen Woodside, has shown up for his healing. This brave soul is calling for help because he cannot do it alone. And let's see. I'm gonna burn my finger. I didn't even notice that. Alright, so Okay, so, and it is precisely in moments such as this when all your personal healing work in the records will support you as a reader practitioner. It is also when you must begin to follow what I call the three levels of healing in the Akashic records. Hey, what's up? What's the booze trending up, man? Remind me to my name, man. WTF Buddha. The three levels of healing in the Akashic records is the permanent resolution of any problem requires a permanent evolution of the soul. In other words, in order for people to have any kind of healing in the records, they must first experience a permanent shift in the way they perceive themselves. They can, let's see. Let me see. Sorry, Lord. It's freaking cold here, man. It's like 40. It's like 40 or 50 early in the morning. It's still cold out. Okay. It says then that new perception can eventually lead to a shift in the way they treat themselves. But sometimes, as Joe's case, people can't experience those shifts unless the Akashic Reader practitioner led them through the three levels of healing. Understand the story from the client's point of view. Look look for the causes and conditions to recognize the soul level truth. Level 1. Hey, Sullivan, what's up? Thank you for still being there, sir. Understand the story from the client's point of view. During the first level of healing, you will be working at the level of the problem and its physical manifestations. When people come to you for readings, it's usually because they have a problem or a situation they can't resolve on their own. They may be upset, angry, hurt, confused, even desperate. And you open the client's records is to listen to his or her, allow it what. Let me see. I thought I just saw something on my side. I may be upset, angry, hurt, confused, even desperate, and you may be their last resort. So the first thing to do, I'm looking at the chat, seeing who I missed. Hey yo, did I miss anyone? Training. So the first thing to do after you've opened a client's records is to listen to his or her story. Allow it what is, how and when it started. Who else is involved and what complications is this? Cause while you listen and completely accept the person and the story without judgments or precedent and notations because you know that this human being has been doing the best that he can or she can do. You also know that what you're hearing is the person's transcendency truth as told from his or her human perspective, and that is not necessarily the soul level truth. Since energy travels on the spoken word, your client's verbal acknowledgement of the problem is in the first step in the healing process. Here's an example of how it works. Let's say that Julianne comes to you for a reading. After obtaining her current legal name, you say for a reading sandwich and try kombucha or pale ale. Since energy travels, what's up? Yeah, fuck. Sorry, I got something on my screen. I thought it was some other type. Y'all can hear me, right? Cause well, I'm not on the computer. I'm assuming from my phone, so I think y'all can hear me. I'm pretty sure y'all can hear me. Alright, so basically, the truth as told from his or her human perspective, and that it is not necessarily for the soul level truth. Since energy travels on the spoken word, our client's verbal acknowledgement of the problem is the first step in the healing process. Here is an example of how it works. Let's say that Julian comes to you for a reading. After obtaining her current legal name, you say the opening prayer to access Julian's and see that you're upset. Can you tell me what's going on? Jillian is in the middle of a lengthy divorce. She's angry and bitter, and she can't stand it anymore. What the fuck? I'll be like, get over it. She's angry and bitter, and she can't stand it anymore. She goes on to describe the details of the divorce, including how and why the proceedings begun and how the divorce is affecting her life. Affecting her life because she keep on talking about it. While Jillian speaks, your job is to hear her story and understand it from her point of view rather than sit in the judgment of Jillian. Her husband or process of divorce itself, say with her and her story. Don't project your own experiences or compare her to anyone you know. Just sit and listen and be the wide open conduit who allows information to be received and transmitted for the duration of the reading. It may seem like nothing significant happens during this level of Julian's reading. Yet if she can tell you her story and you can hear it without judgment, the first level of healing will occur. Here's what happens. When you open it, Swoop is still here. Maybe let's say Swoop. I thought it was someone new. Alright, let me see. It may seem like nothing significant happens this level of Julian's reading. Yes, if she can tell you her story and you can hear it without judgment, the first level of healing will occur. Here's what happens. When you open Julian's records, you ring the Akashic doorbell and ask the Akasha to enter your consciousness and also to surround you and Julian in light. And you then initiate the healing by asking Julian to tell her story. As the story begins, yeah. So that's pretty good. It's pretty good so far, you know. It's getting down to the point. It's telling you how to heal yourself through the Akashic records. Don't hold on to any grudges. Just let it go. Just let it be. You know. If you have someone in your life that doesn't know good for your higher self, then let them go. Why keep on? You're just lowering your own vibration, and you will never get to the highest. You will never like succeed like to the highest because you keep crying or moping over the person, and you gotta just like let it go or whatever the situation is. Just let it go. Don't hold no anger, no bitter, no nothing. Okay. So, let me see. Here's what happened to Julian. Her words, vibration. The more you listen to Julian with preparation and understanding, the quicker you allow the light to do its work, and quicker you both allow yourselves to resonate to the. Let me see. You resonate to the light's accelerated vibration. Once the acceleration occurs, you will, Julian, receive the energetic jumpstart you need to order to move to level 2. Level 2. Look for causes and conditions. This level of healing moves you into the domain and causes and conditions after a client has finished describing or the person is crazy. This level of healing moves you into the domain of causes and conditions. After a client has finished describing his or her problem, you can ask the records to reveal it fully true. Its causes and conditions. Sometimes the cause can be physical, as in the case of someone who has been what who has someone who has some who was someone or someone who was born with a certain disease or who developed cancer after working with asbestos for many years. At other times, a cause can be mental or emotional, as the cause of someone having a particular belief or attitude that causes something to happen or that precludes if let me see. So that includes if basically like if happening, yeah. So or that precludes it from happening. At still other times, a cause can be invisible and due to certain past life experiences, choices, beliefs, or ancestral influences. Some problems can be healed at level 2 when information about the cause or condition is also required. It's also required. Put another way, when a lack of understanding is the problem, information is the solution. For example, while telling his story during level 1 of reading, Larry described the problem as during. Let's see. Wait. This is very important. He described his problem as chronic. He described his as chronic laryngitis, for which his doctors have been unable to determine either a cause or cure. So that's why I say, because doctors can't figure out what the hell's wrong with me for the past 3 years. So he asked Larry's masters, teachers, and loved ones to reveal the origin of the process and that's crazy. Yeah, Training is a good book. You should read this. So you ask Larry's masters, teachers, and loved ones to reveal the origin of his problem. They show you a past life in which soul known as Larry was hanged for publicly voicing his beliefs, and you relate the details of the experience to Larry. Just you receive them. When you finish, Larry says, "Oh man, I get it now." Huh? Some shit. So when you finish, Larry says, "Oh man, I get it now. This lunches thing started a few years ago after a protest rally I organized. At first, I blamed myself for the problem. I thought I had shouted out too. I thought I had shouted too much that day and damaged my vocal cords. But when the Lord examined me, that turned out to be true. Whatever I let's see. Let me go to the chat. See what's new in the chat. Yo, what's up? Thank you to the 6 million people in the house. Thank you very much. I truly appreciate it. Damn, so it's crazy. This is like, sounds familiar. Went through a lot of trials. Went through a lot of issues. So, in his past life, he was hanged for publicly voicing his beliefs, and you can relate the details of this experience to Larry, just as you receive them. When you finish, Larry says, "Oh man, I get it now. This lunch service thing started a few years ago after a protest rally I organized. At first, much that day and damaged my vocal cords. But when the doors examined me, that turned out not to be true. What I now understand is true, that my latent fear of being hanged for speaking out made me lose my voice that day." I was Music Corner. Thank you, everyone, for staying. I'm just reading this. At first, I blamed myself for the problem I thought I had shouted too much that day and damaged my vocal cords. But when the doctors examined me, that turned out not to be true. What I now understand is true is that my latent fear of being hanged for speaking out my Let me see. At first, but when the doctors examined me, that turned out not to be true. What I understand is true is my latent fear of being hanged for speaking out made me lose my voice that day, both literally and figuratively, since it was the last rally I ever had. For first, for Larry, this moment of truth is all about he needs for his healing. He sees that he can let go of his fear of voicing his beliefs because he knows that he will not be hanged. For speaking them in public in this lifetime, the Akashic information as transmitted through the energy of your voice moves Larry into the awareness that there's no problem with him or his voice. He lets go of this fear and gains a sense of peace. In time, he regains not the physical voice, but his courage to speak out at future rallies. Although the information revealed during level 2 can be extremely helpful and perhaps, as in Larry's case, maybe all a person may be extremely helpful, and perhaps, as in Larry's case, maybe all a person needs in order to solve a problem, it is still considered Transcerity truth because you are viewing a particular soul in the context of the past person, in the context of a past human incarnation, rather than as its true essence as the divine eternal being. When the information revealed at this level, this level is not enough to dispel the problem or even to loosen its grip. That's crazy. Yo, what's up, pet world? Hey, man, what? Let's see. It's the level at which you, as the reader, are able to see a person as he or she is seen, known, and loved in the Akashic records. Working in this level allows you to transcend and realm of the person's mundane, earthly problem and move into the realm of divine consciousness. It is from this level that you can see that whatever a client is experiencing right now, drug addiction, illness, divorce, the aftermath of an accident, it is actually the perfect perfect and necessary, because if it's whatever, if it's the most effective vehicle for allowing this client's soul growth. Let's go back to Joe again. If you were talking to him at this level, you might find yourself telling him what a strong and brave soul he is. His masters, teachers, and loved ones know is for choosing such a different Alright, for speaking them in public in this lifetime, this Akashic information, as transmitted through the energy of your voice, moves Larry into the awareness of there's no problem with him or his voice. He lets go of his fear and gains a sense of peace. And in time he regains not only his physical voice, but his courage to speak out at future rallies. Although the information revealed during level 2 can be extremely helpful, extremely helpful, and perhaps, as in Larry's case, may be all a person needs in order to solve a problem, it is still considered transcerity truth because you are viewing a particular soul in the context of a past human incarnation rather than as its true essence as the divine eternal being. When the information revealed at this level is not enough to dispel the problem or even to loosen it, it grips time. I'm not sitting out there in my game, but alright. So, yeah. It takes time to move to level 3. Level 3, recognize the soul truth. Recognize the soul truth. Where's level 1? It's about your clients being heard. Level 3 is about being known. Level 3 is the dominant of essential permanent soul level truth. It's the level at which as the reader are able to see a person as he or she is seen, known, and loved in the Akashic records. Working in this level allows you to transcend the realm of the person's mundane earthly problem and move into the realm of divine and consciousness. It is from this level that you can see that whatever a client is experiencing right now, drug addiction, illness, divorce, or aftermath of an accident, is actually perfect and necessary because it's the most effective vehicle for allowing this client's soul growth. Let me turn on the air for Destiny. Shit, I don't have no air on this room. I didn't have the window cracked. My bad. She's looking at me. Alright, so growth. Let's go back to Joe again. If you were talking to him at this level, you might find yourself telling him what a strong and brave soul his masters, teachers, and loved ones know he is for choosing such a difficult lesson or path. Even if he's still balking at hearing about his goodness because he's still having trouble seeing the truth. You will have no problem seeing Joe for standing that. Although Joe may think his vessel is tarnished, I only been live for 27 minutes trying to, and I'm about to go to bed. I've been up since 1:30. What's up, bed world? Oh shit, let's see. Let's see. I'm almost done with the book too. So even if he's still balking at hearing about his goodness because he's still having trouble seeing the truth, you will have no trouble seeing Joe for the awesome soul that he is. You also will have no trouble understanding that although Joe may think his vessel is tarnished or flawed, he always holds within him the potential and the means for change. So if Joe can shake his dust loose right now, don't push him. For some reason, he feels the need to hold on to it. Rushing or forcing Joe's process right now could actually cause him harm. So rather than judging him for feeling this way, just keep telling him the truth that that his records are revealing. For example, you might tell him that even if he doesn't know it right now, his masters, teachers, and loved ones know that he is much more than the physical body and circumstances, that his soul can never be sick, and that even though he may feel quite distant from God right now, he is always connected to God and to all of God's creation. Energetically speaking, that we focus and expand our expanse. So by allowing Joe to focus on the truth, you are providing him the opportunity to open his heart and expand his view of himself. As you speak with Joe, keep remembering the energy of the Akashic records is about transmuted through the sound of your voice. You don't need to direct the energy. The light will go where it needs to go and will provide what it needs to provide. As long as you relate the truth about Joe, you will resonate to its vibration and you will begin to receive his healing. I'm cold now. That healing involves making peace with his trustworthy human illness or imperfection. And even if it means understanding that sometimes it's the illness or imperfection itself that leads to the deepest soul healing, and the richest experience of coming to know God. As the move of level 3 and prepare to close the camera. Prepare to close the records. Wow, what are you barking at? Get out of Ain't nobody here. You tripping. Okay, as you move out of level 3 and prefer to close the records, it's important to remember that the outcome of a reading is never up to you. Your responsibility begins and ends with you being as spiritual fit as possible in order to maintain the integrity of the records and assist each soul on its journey. Whatever your clients... What? Hey, can you guys go? Hold on, please. I gotta take it to the restroom. I'll be back real quick. Excuse me for a minute. I apologize. Ah! You see? See what happens to me? You see what happens? Alright, I'll be back. I'll be back. Come on, you little troublemaker. I don't know what you barking at. Ain't nobody out here. Come on. Come on, you little troublemaker. Let's go. Alright, I'm back, yo. I'm sorry, I went to go get. Hey, Naomi! What's up? I've been going to bed early. Cause I haven't been able to catch you. But Trini said you was live the other day. So I gotta go rewatch it. How are you in Southside? Thank you, Swoop, for being in the BG. Thank you, everybody, for being in the BG. I truly appreciate it. I'm just taking a cookie break. You see? Chocolate chip cookie. I need to wake up. So I'm gonna drink kombucha. I don't know if y'all can see it. Yeah. See? Ginger ale. Renew, rebalance, rebuild, reclaim, rekindle, recharge. 9 billion living probiotics. Raw kombucha, ginger ale. It's a 16 ounce. It has a lot of health benefits. So, it was good. But it's important you get the one that looks like the one I just showed you, the bottle, and not the one with the black line that has alcohol in it. This is just raw kombucha ginger ale. It has no alcohol. Alright, so where was we? The little shit was barking. Naomi, are you going live today? Let me know, please, if you're going live. Because if you're going live, let me or Trini know. So we can go ahead and pin it. If there's a reminder set up, a premiere coming up, anything, anyone in the chat, you got a premiere coming up, anything, go ahead and drop the link. Type Buddha, please. If y'all could please run my playlist, I'll truly, I'll be grateful beyond words. Like, there's no words that could describe how thankful and grateful I would be. But, okay, so as you move out of the level 3 and prepare to close the records, it's important to remember that the outcome of a reading is never up to you. Your responsibility begins and ends with you being as spiritual fit as possible in order to maintain the integrity of the records and assist each soul on its journey. Whatever your clients do, what you give them is entirely up to them. Some clients may walk away from their readings and probably forget about them. Others may assimilate the information over time and apply it as they are able. Still others may jump at the end of the readings and decide to change their lives in that moment again. Whatever they decide, it is not in your control. Letting go of that belief that it is will protect you from all forms of self-centeredness. Hold on to belief instead that on some level, every person will get it at exactly the right time. If not in this lifetime, then in the next or the next or the next. You get it? So whoever doesn't get in track and remember what's the purpose here on earth, why they're here, why they ask God, the Most High, the Source, whatever He is to you. You ask Him to come back to this earth. If you do not remember or connect yourself to the higher self, to your higher self, and remember your purpose and everything, then you will be coming back to the next life, and then to the next life, and to the next life. You just keep repeating That's the pattern. You don't want to keep repeating the pattern. So, how can I recognize the 3 levels of healing? The exercises that follow will help you familiarize yourself with the 3 levels of healing in the records. The first exercise will help you practice working in your Akashic records. The second exercise will help you practice working with someone else. Note, though I've broken each exercise into these separate readings to facilitate your learning, all 3 levels are meant to occur with a single reading. Exercise. The 3 levels of healing working of your Akashic records. Excuse me. Excuse me. Level 1. Tell your story from your point of view. Think of a problem or situation that's alive for you right now and with which you would like some help. 2. Use the opening prayer on page 48 to access your Akashic records. 3. Tell your masters, teachers, and loved ones your story. Write it down or say it out loud, which is easier for you as you describe the problem for your perspective. Include such details as how and when it started, who is involved, what impact it has had so far, and what complications it has caused. 4. While you are describing your problem, pause every so often and ask yourself these questions. 1. How do I feel about myself right now? Am I judging myself in any way? I'm good, I'm bad, I'm right, I'm wrong, I shouldn't have thought, said, or done that, or in that particular way. 2. How do I feel about the problem or situation? Am I judging it in any way? It's stupid, it's crazy, it's wrong, it's mean, it makes me miserable every day, it never should have happened, or I was totally justified in my actions. Everyone else is wrong. 5. If you find yourself being judgmental in any way, ask your masters, teachers, and loved ones to help you understand that in this particular moment you don't have a complete picture of the problem, nor are you seeing yourself or others who they truly are. Also ask your masters, teachers, and loved ones to help you see that your situation is neither good nor bad. It just is. Likewise, your feelings about yourself and the situation are neither good or bad. Are neither good nor bad. They just are. Of course they are. And whatever they are, they're okay at this time. So finish telling your story without judgment. 6. When you finish telling your story, you're likely to sense a shift. It may feel like a sigh of relief, as if relating your problem without judgment has helped you get it out off your chest, literally clear its heavy energy from your heart space, your heart chakra. Once you open your heart chakra and you let go of everything. You'll feel so much happier, feel so much peaceful. Yo, like for real. And then you'll start to breathe a bit easier. You're also beginning to see yourself and your problem from a more compassionate perspective. 7. In this state of expanded awareness, say the closing prayer on page 49 to exit your Akashic records. Level 2. Ask about causes and conditions. 1. Recall the problem or situation you described during your level 1 reading. If you wrote about your problem, you may want to review your notes. Then use the prayer on page 48 to open your records. 2. Ask your masters, teachers, and loved ones to show you the cause of your problem. If you need any help getting started here, some questions you might use. Did the problem begin in this lifetime? If so, What was it caused? If so, what was its cause? Was it hereditary, environmental? Was it something I did or said? Was it an opinion or a belief that I held or still hold? Was it something that I am not seeing? What lesson can I learn from this particular problem, and how is it assisting my soul's growth? What other information can you move that will help me shift my current perspective and move toward resolution and healing? Or did my problem begin in another lifetime? If so, can you show me the causes and conditions? How and why did I carry the problem into this current lifetime? If the problem has served this purpose and usefulness, how can I let go? If I still need to work on the problem in this lifetime, what do I need to know or do? So, what can I begin to resolve it? 3. As for masters, teachers, and loved ones, reveal the cause of your problem. You may find that you may have an aha moment that helps you shift your perspective dramatically, begin to move toward healing. When you feel that you significantly registered this shift, turn to page 49 and close your Akashic records. Or 4. If you're having any trouble understanding or accepting what masters, teachers, loved ones are saying, don't struggle. Just close your records and sit with the information for a while. You will have another chance to gain clarity when you open your records for level 3. Level 3, recognize the soul level truth. And basically, this is like, yeah, telling you all the steps of what to do. You guys want me to continue reading this? This is like stuff you gotta do, and then like read the prayer and then close the prayer, and that's what you gotta do. But the story begins over here. Once that's done, you do the meditation. It's called the Akashic Healing Meditation. You're asking your teachers and loved ones and masters to help you in situations, and it's giving you an idea of like how to say it. It's also on 48. It gives you the prayer, like I read it to you guys earlier, prior, I think in the beginning. Okay, so chapter 6. Chapter 6, I will read it. Who's still here, yo? Anyone going live? Naomi, ¿dónde está? Oye, mujeres, yo ya estoy hablando contigo. I know you speak Spanish. That's how I'm talking to you. Are you going live? Trini, when you going live? You going live again? I have a little dog. She's outside. Ah! This shit just exploded on me. I didn't even see it exploding. This shit just exploded on me. And that kombucha I showed y'all earlier. They're so good. I'm gonna say I can't drink 3 a day, but shit. That's my 3rd one. Hey, Vinny! What's up? I'm finishing up the. One moment. I got a cookie. Shannon, go to bed. It's late. For real? Hey, drop a link. Drop a link. Drop a link. Everybody, please go over there and hit the thumbs up. I can't get it because I'm on my other account. On the new one. I was thinking I had Tita on the new one. Nah, I need to drop the link for me. Yeah, drop it. Oh, yo, this thing has a delay? Alright. Shit. What happened, yo? This computer crazy. Everybody, please go over there, hit the thumbs up. Let's rate her, man. She's very supportive. She's always there in everybody's life. She always comes, like, no doubt, for real. I'm in my other name, so I can go through. Hold on, I'm just writing. Let me hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to her. And tell her no. Alright, fully connected. What's up, Vinny? How you doing? Alright. Alright, Vinny, I'm finished there. This is chapter 6. I don't know if y'all want me to save this for another day, maybe tomorrow. How long have I been on streaming? Doesn't even tell me. Since I started streaming like 27 minutes ago. Where does it tell you how long you been on here? It doesn't tell me. Alright, so healing ancestral patterns in the Akashic records. As you do more and more Akashic readings for yourself and others, you may begin to notice something interesting in the causes of people's problems in this lifetime, or very often due to beliefs, attitudes, or behavioral patterns they've inherited from their ancestors. So exploring your ancestral lineage and freeing yourself from detrimental ancestral patterns are the next logical steps for healing work in the records. Doing ancestral work in the records doing ancestral work in the records is also natural and logical because all past and present occurrences, as well as all future probabilities, are held within the Akasha. So you can work in the records to learn not only how you currently being affected by your ancestors, but also how you can make choices now that will affect future generations. In essence, working in the Akashic records to heal your limiting ancestral patterns will help you explore the true nature of your ancestral lines, release inherited patterns of consciousness that are detrimental to your own soul's growth, as well as the growth of your entire soul group. Align with the highest probabilities of your ancestral lineage in order to assist in its future evolution. Who are my ancestors? I have no idea. People typically define their ancestors as their family tree. Now, I think it's the ones from Atlantis. Past generations of relatives from whom they are directly descended. Although this definition is true in the Akashic records, it is also true that in the records your ancestors can be souls to whom you are related in consciousness, but not necessarily by birth. Further, given the soul level truth that we are all one and are related by our shared DNA, when it comes right down to it, everyone is your ancestor. For purpose of this work, we will use the Akashic description of ancestors. Anyone who is related to you on the soul level, biologically or not, as you experience lifetime after lifetime, you often travel in various ancestral soul groups that share some personal, universal, soul level goals. You will choose a particular group to stimulously promote your own soul's growth and the soul growth of the group. As such, those in the group are committed to sticking together and helping each other experience situations that help you realize your goals. Regardless of the group's lesser or intimate goals, its goal is always the same: to achieve peace among all of its members. This goal is not usually accomplished quickly or even in one lifetime. Rather, it's accomplished over a series of lifetimes during which you will grow incrementally one generation at a time as you learn to balance your karmatic opposites. For example, let's say that two souls within an ancestral group make an agreement to help each other learn a lesson in unconditional love, and one lifetime the two souls incarnate, one as a brilliant wealthy entrepreneur and the other as a mental ill homeless person whom he passes on the street every day. For both of these souls, their opposite roles afford them countless opportunities to experience unconditional love. Then, in subsequent lifetimes, these same two souls continue to shift their roles and choose the context in which to interact and to attack them so they can discover what it feels like to be on both sides of the karmic coin. Ultimately, when both souls have experienced a wholly complete expression of unconditional love, they will be at peace with each other and will exist in harmony. At that point, each soul will be free to join other ancestral groups in order to have other and will exist in harmony. At that point, each soul will be free to join other ancestral groups in order to have other kinds of experiences and learn other kinds of lessons. As for ancestral group of this lifetime, maybe of its members are indeed biological related, however, are related by their desire to carry out a shared goal. Regardless of your ancestral group, it is connected. You will stay together for better or for worse, until your karmic work is complete and you have grown to love one another. How you interact with each other will vary. Sometimes you'll be kind and compassionate, and other times you'll be vengeful and mean-spirited. It really doesn't matter as long as you're fulfilling your karmatic roles within your ancestral lines and you end up loving each other when all is said and done. How do souls join ancestral lines? Your ancestral soul group in this lifetime consists of different intersecting ancestral lines, some of which you chose to be born into, and some of which you will choose later on to join some later on in your life. As such, there are several ways in which your soul can join. Hey, 420, what's up? Please type Buddha to drop your link. Hey, Shanti Uber, thank you so much for coming by. Please be safe on the road. Driver's crazy. Different ancestral lines. The way in which most souls join their main ancestral line is to be born into its family tree. In such a case, a particular line's members are all linked through their generic code. Another way souls join ancestral lines is by being adopted into them. When a group of souls is joined in this way, distinct karma experiences ensue for the adopted child and biological parents, and the adopted parents and family. Another way souls join ancestral lines to marry into them. It's often said that when you marry a person, you take on that person's whole tribe. Oh, hell no. This is especially true from an Akashic point of view, since no matter how you get along with that tribe, your choice to be with them is deliberate and is for a specific sole purpose. Even if you try to escape your spouse's line by legally divorcing your spouse, your connection to this line will remain active until your work with your ex-spouse is complete. So if you've been divorced for a while but still actively resent your ex-spouse, go back and do the first exercise in chapter 5, page 113. While you're doing the exercise, find out what you can do to heal your resentment. The healing is only for you. Do what you can do, since the only way to be free of a person is to have a peaceful parting. If you don't have a peaceful parting, but struggle instead, the ties that bind you only make those ties tighter and more uncomfortable. If you archive neutrally in peace, however, you relax the binding ties and move into a more comfortable position. As I mentioned earlier, another way souls join ancestral lines is by right of shared consciousness. In this case, every soul in a specific ancestral line has agreed to be a part of that line in order to raise its collective consciousness. If the line's karmatic task is particularly challenging, its resolution may take several lifetimes when the line is completed. Its task, however, the karmatic ties will loosen and become inactive, and healing will occur among the line. The souls will then be free to move on, join other ancestral lines. What is my responsibility to my ancestors? The person you are in this lifetime is the convergence point of all of your relations and ancestral lines throughout your soul's existence. As you work on yourself in this lifetime and find compassion and peace, you release your judgment of not only yourself but others in your ancestral lines, and the more you are able to do this, the more you are able to bring growth and healing to your entire ancestral soul group, both now and in the future. The most effective way to learn about yourself and heal karmatic, what time is it? 4? And heal karmatic rifts both within yourself, own self, and between you and others is to work in your Akashic records to gain the perspective they provide. Once you are able to accept the soul level truth that the records offer, you can change old beliefs, patterns, and behaviors and heal them for good. So focus on yourself, not others, and seek guidance. Catherine, from a student. The records help me identify blocks to growth and teach me how to overcome my negative energy. For example, I erected a wall between myself and my family because the way I tried to help them actually insulted them. I didn't understand this and had been frustrated for years because they were angry at me for trying to help in this way. When I understood the patterns between us, decades of pain and misunderstanding were dissolved. Today, I have a more intimate and loving relationship with my family than any I had known before. Well, out of this book, my dad died. On how to see situations for the soul level purpose and ultimate karmatic benefits. Also has to be showing your roles and responsibilities within your ancestral lines. As you work to make peace with yourself, you allow for deep healing and transformation to occur. Even if you're the only ones who's aware of what's happening, the shifts in you will open up space that allows for shifts in others, and your entire line will ascend as you learn to more accepting of others. You will find it easier to share whatever you have to grow, to give. This in turn will lessen others' need to tug on you in order to get what they need. When appropriate give and take is underway, everyone involved enjoys a new level of harmony and peace. Even if you consider the black sheep in your family, you can create a more peaceful and accepting environment. In fact, this is the karmatic and proactive of the black sheep. So don't worry that you are viewed this way. You really are a bit different from the rest. You're a part of a rare, unusual breed that stands out from the herd. And you're... Where's my drink? Let me drink some. Excuse me one moment, please. Woo. Oh, it's what? Kind of. Alright, let me see. Let's see. So, with all eyes upon you, you have the opportunity to let go of your resistance to accepting people who are different. Ironically, you as the black sheep may want love, understanding, and acceptance from others, but then find from the perspective of the records that you are the one who must give those things first to those who love, understand, and accept the least. From a student, Nancy. The records have been a great help with a troubled relationship with one of my relatives. The relationship was very painful for both of us, and I was looking to the records to justify my negative feelings. Instead, what my soul wanted was to pray for this person 3 times a day. As you accept your ancestors for who and what they are and are not, all of you are liberated. This is how you support the healing of your ancestral line. Be bold in your love, acceptance, and appreciation of everyone in the family, especially those who are difficult for you. The records will give you the clarity and energy to fulfill your role, which will, which will further the evolution of your current ancestral line and all the souls who will join in the future. Hello, Reggie's Vlogs. Thank you for coming. Please type Buddha to drop the link. Please type Buddha to drop your link. Buddha. How can I explore my ancestors and their influences on my life? The following exercises will help you explore one of your current ancestral lines. These questions are worded so you can ask them in your own records and can also easily adapt them for use with your clients. Feel free to repeat these exercises as often as you like in order to explore different ancestral lines within your larger soul group. As you work through each exercise, you may find that your masters, teachers, and loved ones choose to answer the questions as they are written. Alternatively, they may decide to combine one or more questions or answer them in a different way, in a different order. However, they decide to deliver the information by the end of each reading. You will have your answers. Exercise. Identify the divine of your lineage. Part A. Okay, so this is where you use the opening prayer. And then this is like different type of questions you can ask, like who are my ancestors? What are the distinguishing traits of this particular ancestral line? What is the divine intention of this line? What is its soul level purpose? What are its short-term goals, long-term goals? How do you, my masters, teachers, and loved ones, see these ancestors as a group moving through time and space? Use the closing prayer to close it out. Part B, this is to open it again. And then this is to close it. Here's another list of questions. Use the prayer on page 48 to open your records again. Then ask the following questions. What are the privileges and responsibilities of this particular ancestral line? What are my individual privileges and responsibilities to this line? Which ancestral responsibilities have I taken on appropriately with this line and why? And then there's more questions. And then this one is exercise. Explore the space between lifetimes. You read the opening prayer and you're basically going to ask your masters and teachers and loved ones to take you on a virtual tour of space between your lifetimes. This realm is sometimes called the zone of choice or the dimension of choice, because in this dimension your soul makes choices for its next incarnation. Explore this dimension for a while. How does it look and feel to you? What is happening? Who or what is there? I already know I'm not coming back, so I'm already done with this lifetime. Once you have a reasonable sense of where you are and knowing that you can always come back to this place and explore it, it's very nice, very beautiful place. And there's the opening prayer, there's questions. And these are all opening prayers. And then you got this chapter. This is chapter 7. I'm going to save chapter 7 for tomorrow. And then I have the book of, I'll show you right now. I love the book because does anyone know what blue means? You know, like, it has a meaning. Blue, it's very beautiful. And I like hardcover books. I don't like paperbacks. My mother got that paperback down there. But this here is the next book by Linda Howe. Let me see if you guys can see it. Alright, so it is Healing Through the Akashic Records. Using the power of your sacred wounds to discover your soul's purpose. And then this is the galaxy with all the stars, beautiful. And it tells you here, like, with her book, How to Read the Akashic Records, Linda Howe helped thousands of people access valuable information in the Akashic Records, an energetic archive of every individual soul and its journey. Now, with the healing through the Akashic Records, see, they talk about its journey is this one, the first one by Linda Howe. I'm going to finish that tomorrow. I promise. And we got this one. This is the second one. Healing through the Akashic Records is what you need to do. Okay? She shares her expert insights on how we can all use powerful resources to help heal our sacred wounds, transforming our relationship with the limiting patterns and behaviors that interfere with our ability to experience our true potential and divine nature, with dozens of reflection exercises and practices. This one-of-a-kind book will help you discover your soul's immutable perfection. Although our healing work takes place in the spiritual realm, teaches how. This process involves clarifying our difficulties, gaining solutions that we can bring into our everyday lives, using Howe's unique 3-step process that she gleaned over the past 20 years of working in the records. You'll learn how to tap into this infinite resource to gain a soul-level perspective on your wounds and unlock your potential for growth by exploring. Oh, dear Lord, I pray. How to access the Akashic Records using the Pathway Prayer process, which I told you. Tips for identifying your primary sacred wound, the hurtful event, person, or circumstance that is holding you back. Strategies for liberating you from old ideas and limiting patterns. Tools for making choices aligned with your most authentic self of the highest good. 3 ways to activate the Ascension Matrix to help you realize your hopes and dreams. Governed by the principles of judge not, fear not, resist not, the Akashic Records provide a safe and ideal environment for spiritual healing. Teaches how, like How, her last name, Howe, healing through the Akashic Records, offers practical wisdom and consciousness shifting tools for developing a richer connection with innermost self, greater sense of aliveness, and increased joy of living. You are entitled to experience the perfection of your own soul. The healing wisdom and guidance found in the Akashic Records will enable you to encounter the essence of your divine nature. When you do, you will find that you are the person you always hoped you could become, and you will live a life that you always dreamed of. From the healing through the Akashic Records. These are from students. Cynthia Dale, she's the author of The Subtle Body and Eliminating the Afterlife. I spent my life seeking healing and serving as a healer, and this book offers one of the most thorough, beautiful, and honorable processes for true transformation that I've ever encountered. Okay, we got G.W. Hardin, author of The Messengers. What a true book of wisdom. I've known Linda Howe for many years, and this is by far the best piece of work. Linda proves to be the finest Akashic reader I've ever known, and now she has taken her remarkable abilities where only the great ones can go with them by giving her gift away to you in this landmark book. What a gift to the world. The next one, Nikki Scholar, author of Becoming an Oracle. What is the light to find this unique and accessible book on the Akashic Records, a trustworthy, energetic repository of higher intelligence that offers reliable guidance for our lives. Having steeped herself in the realm of the records, Linda Howe has emerged with a simple, direct, and powerful spiritual discipline. If you follow this rich and often surprising pathway, doors will open and healing will be yours. Then you got Penny Pierce, author of Frequency and the Initiative Way. In this brilliant book, Linda Howe shows us how to work the compassionate awareness of the identified field to dissolve the blocks or sacred wounds that cloud our soul. Howe's teachings are refreshingly positive, and she is an expert guide in showing us how to access our records so that we may release our woundedness and repattern ourselves in order to embody the truth we're meant to live. So that's that book that is next and that will be coming up. And this is Linda Howe. I already told you guys, I already read all this in the beginning. So tomorrow we will pick up on chapter 7. And there's only that little bit left. I don't know how long I've been on here because it says 27 minutes. So let me scroll back down to the chat. Maybe Trini could help me find out how long I've been on here. I really don't know. Hey, what's up, Chucky Z? What's up, Chucky Z? I hope you're having a safe, blessed day. I'm gonna finish reading chapter 7 tomorrow, and then we're gonna start. The next book is like I said, Healing Through the Akashic Records, using the power of your sacred runes to discover your soul's perfection. And basically that's what's next. Well, I wanted to know how long I've been on here because it doesn't tell me. 103 minutes. What is that, like an hour? I'm tired. So does anybody have any questions? Everybody could type Buddha in the chat to drop their link. It's fine with me. I'll read some pages of this. Music Corner 2. Maybe past about an hour and a half since about 12:30 or before. What? For real? No, that's I was training. She goes on at like at noon, and then I started this like at 3. Shit, I think it started at 3:25. It's 5:03. Yeah, so it should be like it should be like 2 hours. What the hell? You know it says an hour and a half. Oh, okay. I don't know, like. Alright, let me just read a couple pages, I guess, of chapter 7, Healing Past Lives and the Akashic Records. Now that you've explored your ancestry to discover who you are today, the next chapter in the story of your soul is to explore some of your past lives. Doing so will give you an even broader understanding of who you are today and you will provide another way to help your awareness of your soul evolve. Since the Akasha holds the record of all of your lifetimes and best time and space as we know them, do not exist in the Akashic Records information regarding the problems, and the origins is readily available in the records. Having said that, however, I want to make it clear the records do not function for us, the big fishing pond in the sky. Training, can you see who's live right now, please? Yes, it's live. As soon as I saw that, I told Mom I wanted it, cause it was on her account, so I had to go through her account to get it. We can't just open our records, cast our line, and reel in information about our various past lives. The lords of the records allow only the masters, teachers, and loved ones to share information that we are ready to hear. So unless the problem a person is presenting begin a different lifetime, the person will not get past lifetime during an Akashic reading. This may be frustrating. Okay, so very good. Thank you, Swoop. Alright, Swoop, are you going live? Is anyone going live? Trying to find out who's live right now. Please. Well, wait. Mr. 85 ATM is live and he only got one person. It says. Let me see. Yeah, he on the road. So everybody, let's go raid him. He's a trucker. He's on the road. He's trying to make it out here. Yeah, but what isn't he your member training, Mr. 85 ATM? No, Buddha's going to bed. Buddha's been here for long. I've been here long hours. I've been here like 2.5 hours. For real. Vinny funny. Vinny, I'm gonna go live like you said. I'm gonna showcase my dad's cars. I'm gonna show my dad's cars and I'm gonna see what's up. I'm gonna do that next. I'm gonna read this tomorrow. And on me, I'll start from the top. And when I finish training, you're getting this book. After I write all the prayers down and all the questions. Unless I find that book in a hardcover. Then I got you. Let me drop his link. Mr. 85 ATM. Trini, I thought Mr. 85 ATM is your boy. Drop Big Chief's link then. I thought he was a member. Well, whoever wants to go to Mr. 85 ATM, I want to do a Buddha raid, yo. And then do one on Big Chief. I don't mind. Vinny, I hope you're having a beautiful, blessed day out there in New York. Are you going live? Your tongue hanging out your mouth. Are you going live? Come on, man, go live. So I can go over there and eat shit with you. And then, Trenny, drop Big Chiefs. Trenny, drop Big Chiefs link. Where's the live at? There we go. Alright, everybody, please go over there. Please go over there. That's great, Buddha. Make sure you promote that live in advance so you can get more buyers. Alright, you wanna go live, yo? So you can tell me how the hell am I supposed to promote the live in advance so I get more buyers? I guess I'll set up a reminder and I'll do it next week. When's my mom? Well, I'll do it this weekend because my mom's working. So I could do it this weekend. Yo, that's a lot of cars though. Like seriously. And I'm not about to like take them all down off the shelf and bring them in my room. Because it's a lot of cars. But yeah, everybody please go to Big Chief, Big Chief. Everybody please go to Big Chief and say Buddha Raid. I will be ending this shortly. I'm just over here. I'm gonna go give thumbs up. Hey, Shanette's over here, Vinny. Vinny, Shanette's here. Alright, I am now ending. May y'all have a wonderful, safe, beautiful, blessed day. And we are heading over to Big Chief's channel. Please. Sharnette Williams is there. Do you see that? Hold on, let me take that out. Oh, there you go. There you go. Sharnette Williams. Mira. Sharnette Williams. Vinny, dale. Thank you, everybody who stayed. I appreciate it. Don't ever forget, he turns my darkness into light. Namaste, everybody. Namaste. Have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. Love y'all. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope you stay blessed, safe, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. How come it says I only been live for 5 seconds? Oh my God, there goes Destiny barking. Alright, everybody, stay safe. Yeah, I'm coming, yo.